Hello Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Cancer, today we're going to go over your energy as well as your person's energy. So with all that being said, Cancer, let's get started. How does Cancer currently view this relationship? All right, Cancer. So we do have the King of Wands, we do have the King of Pentacles, and then we also have the Emperor. I feel like you have yet to essentially meet the Emperor. I feel like you met the King of Wands and the King of Pentacles, but I feel like you have yet to meet the Emperor. I feel like this is actually the one, though, for you. Yeah, I feel like this is actually the one for you. Okay. I feel like over time, you've definitely, you've definitely improved when it comes down to like love. You've definitely improved when it comes down to love. I feel like, this King of Wands that you used to essentially deal with is nothing like this, King of Pentacles is basically what I'm gathering. Maybe you were dealing with somebody once upon a time that wasn't looking for anything serious or wasn't necessarily respecting you and, their relationship, with you, but then you ended up meeting somebody who wanted to essentially, settle down and did essentially, respect you and things of that nature. But even then, even though I do see you kind of leveling up in the love department, I just kind of feel like this King of Pentacles is going to essentially fall short on a few things that are really important to you, that you need to have within a partner. Is basically what I'm gathering. So I do want to look at the King of Wands to the King of Pentacles and the Emperor. I almost want to say this is like a first time that this is ever happening within a reading, but tell me more about the King of Wands. Okay. So for some of you, you could have found yourself in 3 serious relationships or at least 2 serious relationships. If you have yet to essentially meet this Emperor, because I feel like you have yet to essentially meet this Emperor, but let's get into it. So it looks like there was a point in time where you were dealing with a King of Wands like energy. I feel like this King of Wands, for starters, was very, very immature, especially for you. You're a very mature person. So because you're a very mature person and you were dealing with somebody who was very immature, you could have found yourself really losing your patience, with this person. You could have found it extremely hard, for you to grow and evolve, with this person due to their level of due to their level of, maturity is kind of what I'm gathering. There's a possibility that you could have been ready for something serious and this person just simply wasn't. But I am definitely getting that after your relationship with this King of Wands went south, you ended up meeting this King of Pentacles. By the way, it is a true pair situation between you and this person. So you could currently find yourself connecting with them now. That's definitely a possibility. But you and this person are very compatible to one another. You guys are definitely on the same page. You're looking for something serious, so are they. Tell me more about the King of Pentacles. Let's see. So we have the 2 of Wands, we got the Queen of Wands, and then we also have the Moon. Going back to what I originally said, okay, it's one of those things where because I feel like this King of Pentacles has 90% of what you truly want and desire. And then there's just that 10%, right, of them that you don't necessarily like, which causes you to question, if this person truly is the one for you or not, is basically what I'm gathering. It's as if you feel like you can't continue on in your relationship with this person due to them lacking that 10% that you truly want, and desire is basically what I'm gathering. So there's certain things I would say that this King of Pentacles, does that you don't necessarily like or want to essentially deal with, let alone tolerate, which is causing you to question man, is this person really the one for me or not? Because again, we're not talking about somebody that you're not compatible with, because we are talking about somebody that you are very compatible with. I mean, this person, for crying out loud, they have 90% of what you want and desire within a person. It's just that 10% where you're just I don't know if I can continue to deal with this, for the rest of my life is basically what I'm gathering. You could still be dealing with this person. I am getting that. But tell me more about the Emperor. This is the first time that this ever happens in a reading, to be honest. I've never actually gotten something like this before. We have the Ace of Cups, we got the 4 of Cups, and then we also have the Ten of Swords. I do see you eventually meeting this Emperor. I do feel like you're going to meet this Emperor, though, while you're still technically speaking with this King of Pentacles, is basically what I'm gathering. So you could be with this King of Pentacles right now, and you could find yourself right now questioning, man, is this person really the one for me or not, you know? Because I don't know if I can continue to deal with this, and I don't know if I can continue to deal with that, but I do believe that you will meet this Emperor. I do believe that you will meet this Emperor very, very soon, but I also believe that you're going to meet this Emperor when you're still technically speaking married to this King of Pentacles or in a relationship, you know, with this King of Pentacles. Now, before I continue, let me put my phone on the charger 1 second. Okay, we're back. So as far as like you meeting this Emperor is concerned, I do believe that you're going to meet this Emperor around the time that you're going to find yourself unfortunately experiencing a lot of like issues within your marriage with this King of Pentacles or relationship with this King of Pentacles. I am definitely getting that. So if you currently find yourself, you know, experiencing a lot of issues right now, you know, with your King of Pentacles, I do believe that, you know, the one might be near. Okay, is basically what I'm gathering. If right now, you know, you guys currently find yourself in a really good place, you know, you may not end up meeting this Emperor, you know, anytime soon, but I am definitely getting that you're going to specifically meet this Emperor when you find yourself going through like a whole lot of tension, conflict, drama, chaos within your relationship, you know, with this King of Pentacles. Is basically what I'm gathering. With the Four of Cups and the Ten of Swords, I do feel like you're going to find yourself essentially reaching this point within your relationship with this King of Pentacles where you're going to find yourself feeling like, I just can't do this anymore with them. Like, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. And I feel like that's going to be around the time that you're going to end up meeting, you know, this Emperor. So if you already find yourself at this stage within your relationship with this King of Pentacles where you just kind of like, I just can't do this anymore with them. Like, I'm just so sick and tired of going through this. I'm sick and tired of going through that. Then, you know, that's kind of telling me that it's only a matter of time. You know, if you're already here, that's kind of telling me that you're going to find yourself essentially meeting, you know, this Emperor very, very soon. But you will, technically speaking, meet this Emperor while you're still dealing with this King of Pentacles, okay? How does this person currently view this relationship with Cancer? So we do have the Eight of Swords, we do have the Sun, and then we also have the Seven of Wands. The bottom of the deck, we do have the Lovers, we also have the Wheel of Fortune, and then we also have the Three of Wands. I do see the two of you colliding into one another in some way, shape, and or form. I am definitely getting that. With the Seven of Wands to the Eight of Swords, this is something that I really want to kind of look into a little bit more because I am definitely getting like an energy of them kind of feeling a little bit restricted. Like this person feels like they kind of have to like really hold back when it comes down to you. And I'm just kind of curious as to why. So let's look at the Seven of Wands to the Eight of Swords. Tell me more about the Seven of Wands to the Eight of Swords. Tell me more about the Seven of Wands to the Eight of Swords. So we do have the Hangman, we do have the Two of Pentacles, and then we also have the Tower. So that's kind of telling me that when you do meet this person, whenever it is that you do meet this person's going to be fully aware of your current situation because you're going to tell them about your current situation. So that kind of like explains, you know, that Eight of Swords, Seven of Wands, like energy. Like they're going to feel, you know, restricted, you know, because of your current situation and everything that you're, you know, going through. So as much as this person's going to find themselves wanting to pursue you and a life with you, they're going to find themselves, you know, unfortunately extremely, you know, restricted in the meantime until you decide to do something about your current situation, until you decide to essentially leave this person. Only then will they be able to really pursue you in the ways that they want to essentially pursue you. Because they're going to want to pursue you in a life with you, in a relationship with you, but they're kind of limited, you know what I mean, when it comes down to what they can do here considering your current situation, okay? Now let's jump back over to you. How does Cancer feel? All right, Cancer. So we do have the Ace of Cups, we got the Six of Cups, and then we also have the Justice card. You're finally getting what it is that you've always wanted from this King of Pentacles, but you're getting it, you know, somewhere else is basically what I'm gathering. So you're finally getting what it is that you always wanted from this King of Pentacles, but it just kind of looks like, unfortunately, this King of Pentacles couldn't essentially give you what you truly wanted and desired. Not entirely, at least, is basically what I'm gathering. Because I keep getting that there was certain things that you found yourself going through with this King of Pentacles that you just didn't want to continue to essentially go through. But with this person, this Emperor, you know, you don't find yourself going through those things. You just don't. You don't find yourself going through those things whatsoever. So again, just kind of like just using this as an example, let's just say that, you know, this King of Pentacles is somebody who's known for constantly lying to you, manipulating you, and gaslighting you. Well, that's not something that you're experiencing with this Emperor, which is extremely refreshing to you because you don't want to continue to spend the rest of your life dealing with somebody who lies to you, manipulates you, and gaslights you. You see what I mean? Like, you're definitely improving, like I said, in the love department. Like, even though this person, this King of Pentacles, has 90% of what you truly want and desire, when it comes down to that 10%, man, and the things that you find yourself going through with this person, you just don't know if that's something that you can continue to deal with and or tolerate, is basically what I'm gathering. But with this Emperor, you know, you feel safe and secure with them. You feel like you don't have anything to worry about when it comes down to them. You don't feel like this person's lying to you or gaslighting you or manipulating you, things of that nature. So you are definitely getting what it is that you always wanted. It's just not coming from the person that you wanted it from. Because what you wanted was, you know, this, you know, King of Pentacles to stop doing this, to stop doing that, to start doing this, to start doing that. And it just kind of looks like they just continue to like put you through things you didn't necessarily want to continue to essentially go through. So with this Emperor, I don't see them putting you through what this King of Pentacles put you through. You see what I mean? Like, I don't see you dealing with the things that you had to deal with when you were with this King of Pentacles, is basically what I'm gathering. I do feel like this is somebody that you want to go off and pursue and establish a life with. However, you kind of know that you have to kind of wrap this up first. Okay, so let's look at the Justice card. Yeah, so for those of you who don't know this, the person that's in the Strength card is the Empress, and we do have the Emperor, making a true pair situation here between you and this person. So you and this person are very compatible to one another. You know that in order to go off and build and establish the life as well as the relationship that you want with this person, you got to do something about this King of Pentacles. And, you know, I do see you doing what you got to do to get yourself out of this entire situation that you currently find yourself in. You know, with this King of Pentacles, I am definitely getting like a contract all of a sudden. For some of you, you could be married to this person. You know, you might share like a home with this person. I keep getting some type of like contract though between you and this person. Yeah, so you may share a home with this person. I mean, yeah. You might be married to them. You know, for some of you, I am definitely getting that you might even have a family with this person, you know, on top of that. But I am definitely getting that you're not wasting any time when it comes down to doing what you have to do on your end to get yourself out of this entire situation, so that way you can go off and pursue and establish the life that you want with this other person. Okay. How does this person currently feel? Okay. We have the Five of Pentacles to the Three of Wands, and then we also have the Ten of Swords. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Cups. We got the King of Swords. And then we also have the Queen of Swords, so Seven of Swords. Yeah. I feel like in the meantime, you guys are going to continue to like secretly see one another and speak to one another when you guys can, is specifically what I'm getting. You guys are going to secretly see one another and speak to one another until, you know, this entire situation gets essentially wrapped up, I would say, on your behalf. But I feel like this person's waiting. I feel like this person, you know, is just patiently waiting for you to divorce this person, patiently waiting, you know, for you to essentially leave this person, so that way they can pursue you and the life that they truly want and desire with you. It's basically what I'm getting. Okay. What actions will Cancer take towards this person or moving forward? Let's see. So we have, whoo, okay, here we go. Here we go. I see, yeah, I kind of see you breaking the bad news, you know, to this person and to, you know, to be honest, I don't think that they're going to respond so well to this, okay? As far as you wanting to like break up with them is concerned, or divorce them is concerned, they are not going to respond well to this. They're just not. Here's the thing. Do I see you going as far as to tell this person about this other individual? Absolutely not. I don't see you doing that. But with the Five of Cups to the Three of Pentacles, I do see you conveying to this person that it's just not working out, you know, between you and this person. And it hasn't been, you know, for a while. It kind of looks like, you know, you haven't been happy, they haven't been happy, nobody's been happy within this marriage and a relationship. I just kind of see you, you know, conveying that to them. Like, you just don't see the point in the two of you continuing to remain with one another if you guys are basically not happy with one another. Like, you're looking at like, what's the point of us being together if you're clearly not happy and I'm clearly not happy? You know, I kind of see you trying to like point out the benefit in the two of you breaking up to them, at least. Like, I am getting that. You're trying to point out the benefits when it comes down to the two of you parting ways from one another is concerned. I don't feel like this person's going to see the benefit, to be completely honest. Like, you might tell this person, like, you know, at least you won't have to deal with me, right? And all that comes with me anymore. And, you know, I won't have to deal with you and all that comes with you anymore. And, you know, hey, and guess what? You get to be happy, you know what I mean? And then I get to be happy, you know? It's like, this is great. You know, we should definitely do this. Like, I don't think this person's going to see the benefit in the two of you guys parting ways. I think that they're going to be angry. I think that this person's going to be upset. I think this person's going to be hurt. I think this person's going to be blindsided by all of this. But you're very determined to go to your happy place. And that is with this Emperor. And you're not going to allow this person to stop you from being, you know, where you want to essentially be, which is definitely not with them. It's, you know what I mean? It's definitely not with them. It's definitely with this Emperor that they know nothing about. What actions? Okay, let's see. We got the High Priestess. We got the Six of Swords. And then we also have the Queen of Swords. At the bottom of the deck, we do have the Queen of Cups to the Nine of Cups. And then we also have the Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck. We do have the yeah, you guys are very compatible. Very, very compatible. I'm gonna be honest, now that I see these cards out here, for a minute this person kind of thought you're not gonna leave this person. You're not gonna leave them. You're not gonna leave them. You're not gonna leave them. And the fact that you're actually leaving them, like, not only are they happy, but they're kind of shocked because a big part of them kind of felt like you just weren't ever going to leave this person. So the fact that you're actually leaving this person, they are extremely happy, you know, because they could finally pursue you in the ways that they've been wanting to essentially pursue you, but they just couldn't because of the simple fact that you currently find yourself married to the King of Pentacles or in a relationship, you know, with the King of Pentacles. Now, let's talk about this. Let's just talk about this. So now that you've officially decided to sever ties with this person, right? It appears to me that this person's going to find themselves dealing with things that they don't want to essentially deal with. And that has a lot to do with your past, Cancer. So I am definitely getting that the past is not going to essentially leave you alone. The past is going to still try to get a hold of you. The past is still going to try to fix or repair things with you. The past is going to, you know, still try to like get back with you and try to fix or repair things with you. And they're not going to like that. They're not going to like that. In fact, I see this person pushing you to tell this King of Pentacles that you're with them now, okay? Because this whole them trying to get back with you, I'm sorry, Cancer, please take me back, I'll never do this, then the third, that's not going to fly with them. That is not going to fly with this person. So there will come a point in time where this person will push you to tell this person that you're with them now, because this whole continuing to keep this dynamic between the two of you a secret is concerned, there's no need for you guys to do that anymore because you're not in the situation that you were once upon a time in, right? Like, I feel like this person was extremely understanding when it came down to like you wanting to keep this entire situation a secret between the two of you because you were still married to this person, a relationship with this person. But now that it's over and done with, they're not trying to be your secret anymore. They're not. And they're also not going to sit around and deal with this person from your past trying to get back with you. At the end of the day, an emperor is somebody who is known for being territorial and possessive, okay? So the fact that you got somebody from your past that just refuses to leave you alone and continues to try to get back with you, that's going to be a problem. That is going to be a huge problem, for this person. So I do see this, I'm going to put it in the way that it came to me. I do see this person giving you, they're very masculine in their ways. They're very masculine in their ways, but they're also like a very like firm, like individual. Like they're very firm, like, yeah, they're a very firm individual. I keep wanting to describe them in that way, but I do see this person talking to you like very stern, like, listen, Cancer, either you tell them that you and I are together now, or I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean? Like they're like a no BS type of human is kind of what I'm gathering. And honestly, all this is kind of stemming from like them being like, very possessive and territorial over you. Like they look at you like you belong to them now. So as far as the past is concerned, either you tell the past about me or I'm gonna tell the past, about us. Like either which way though, you know what I mean? You get to decide, because they're not gonna deal. Like they're no. They're not gonna deal with the past calling you and texting you. Oh no. Nope. So, then there's that. This person does not play when it comes down to you. They do not play when it comes down to you. And they do not want this person from your past contacting you. That's all I will say, okay? So that is what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated. And I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.